need those warmer temperatures, that sunshine. We know we need some good rain to help our beautiful flowers and plants grow. You can't have spring without flowers.
You can't have spring without flowers, and I think a lot of times we think of flowers, that's the very first thing we think of, you know, when we think of spring.
Spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung, the flowers are here, and so a lot of times we have the habit of wanting to have flowers in our house, on our dining room table, maybe our bedside table, and we just grab a bouquet on our way out of the grocery store when we're picking up our groceries. And so that's what we have here today. We're going to talk about grocery store flowers and how you can take them home, and instead of just plopping them down in a vase, you know, you want to rearrange them and make them look like a professional did them.
And looking at me when he said
that. All these are live flowers.
They're all real flowers from the grocery store. Yes, we have a variety of roses and hydrangeas and some fillers, and so we're going to make an arrangement. You guys are going to make an arrangement like a professional.
Let's do it. How do we start?
We have our container here first with our floral foam. This is wet, so this is what will hold all of the water. You can pick this up at the craft store, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, whatnot. But we're going to start with our our first flower is going to be our hydrangea. So one for you and one for you, Jasmine. And we're just going to cut the stem pretty short, and that's going to be our big flower. And so we're going to a little bit shorter. Perfect.
I'm going to try to cheat off Sally's homework right here.
Right there, perfect. And you're just going to stick it.
I wouldn't copy my homework on this one, Jasmine.
Right down
copy Evan's.
Right down in the center of the container.
Oh,
and then we're going to build from there. That covers up our mechanics, our flower foam.
See, at my house, I would just do this and then put it out on the table.
Then we're going to add in some, let's add in our greenery next.
Okay.
So we have some greenery. This is Israeli ruscus. And so a little trick to this, instead of sticking the long stem down in there just like this, we're going to cut it down into a couple of different pieces so we get a little bit more greenery out of this long stem. And then I usually like to work in 3 so I can kind of create a triangle around the arrangement.
Nice.
I'm doing a great job.
You're doing fantastic, yes. And then another piece over here on the corner. And then we can move to some of our flowers next. Sally has a Gerber daisy here, a little bit shorter. Perfect. Jasmine's still working on her greenery.
I am.
One little piece there.
I'm a perfectionist over here.
I'm trying to copy your homework right here.
So taking this one next.
Taking the Gerber daisy next, yep. And then we have a variety of roses. We have some status in there, some solidago, all different kinds of flowers. And so the goal again is just to take some grocery store flowers that you may pick up on your way out to add to your table and just add a little bit more life to them and make them,
Look at me making a mess. For the block, the floor block, it's very cold. Is that a trick there?
No, it's just because the water. Yeah, it's just because the cold water.
So it doesn't have to be cold.
It doesn't have to be cold. No, it is cold outside. And good thing is flowers do like cold, just not freezing temperatures. So look at Sally. She's over here.
I'm over here.
How am I doing?
Sally,
You're doing great.
Sally, what's going on here?
So we have a little bit of our status here. We'll just add some filler in.
Oh, I think mine's too long. It's okay.
You're good. You can just add some, yeah, we can just shove it on down in that
That's
oasis.
questionable.
A little bit more.
It's nice.
So for people like Sally and myself, how do we keep these alive?
The flower foam will keep for several days with the water, and if you just take a spray bottle and mist the tops of them, you'll be good to go.
For how many more days?
That's a great trick.
Probably about 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So they'll last great for a dinner party or
to your next grocery store trip.
Or to your next grocery store trip. Yeah. That's a lot of grocery store runs.
Hey.
I know sometimes when you get them from the grocery store, they look like they may be on their last leg. Is there some way to bring them back to life?
Well, it depends. A lot of times, remember, grocery stores, they're not florists, so they're there just to have a little fun accent around your house. So you have to really pay attention to what you're picking up. A lot of times, if you just touch the tops of the heads of the roses,
Mine needs help.
You want to make sure that the rose isn't too soft. It's a little bit firm, so that way it'll last a little bit longer as well.
Mine is on the struggle bus. So.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great, and that's the great thing about arrangements is everybody has their own style and their own flair, and so you make it to be tailored to your house, to your bedside table, wherever you're going to put your flowers.
Whether it's spring or a party, you have lots of great ideas on your website and your social media pages. Where can we find you?
Everybody can find me on Instagram, Evan G. Cooper. Or they can follow me on Facebook at Evan & Company.
Or if you don't want to do all this, Evan can do it for you.
Or you can just call me. That's right. 334-273-8166.
Call you because that's what you do.
Yes.
You help save Sally and I with our little project here.
Looks great.
Very cute.
That one's a little long.
I live in the grocery store with snacks for my kids, so yeah, this would last me until my next grocery store run.
Evan, thank you so much. This was fun.
Thank you.
was
Happy
fun.
spring.
Happy almost spring.
Almost spring.
For something this afternoon, I think.